Love can be defined. It is the most beautiful feeling in the world. Love is the state that every person wants to bring into his life. We think of tenderness, support in life situations, and walks on the beach. We hope for the movie-ready romance of all Hollywood and not infrequently wake up to a drama. In hardly any area of our lives do expectations and reality diverge as widely as in love. Some couples groove to each other over the years and live a daily routine that suits both parties. Many relationships, however, live off the input of one half, while the other makes a nice life for himself as a pure beneficiary. We can't force anyone to love us, but we can stop fooling ourselves about it. If you want to know if your partner still loves you, here are 7 sure signs that they definitely don't. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the little bell, and stay tuned for the videos we upload for you daily. Number 1. Conversations about the future are blocked off. Starting a family, finding a bigger apartment, summer vacation, or maybe even just what to do next weekend. If talking about future events always makes you feel like you've broken some invisible rule, there's clearly sand in the gears of a relationship. If partners don't even want to commit to a trip or next weekend, they've already mentally walked away from that partnership, or were never really there in the first place. Making plans together is one of the most fulfilling activities for two that costs nothing and instantly adds a bit of color to the gray daily grind. If someone close to you refuses any talk about the future, it's for one reason. They don't see themselves there with you by their side. Number 2, they don't care about you anymore. Going out, dating in the classic way, small gifts or tokens of affection, preparing breakfast, all this she or he may have done for you in the past. Now, it seems that the time of courtship and honeymooning is over. There are no more suggestions for joint activities, and the relationship life takes place almost only in front of the TV. When you go shopping, your preferences are no longer taken into account, or the housework is left entirely to you. Celebrations such as birthdays, anniversaries, or Christmas are completely ignored, perhaps even forgotten or deliberately sabotaged. Number 3, he is not interested in your family and friends. Getting to know your family and friends is an important milestone in a relationship. After all, there are 2 families at once that need to be convinced and won over. Even if over time the fun may be limited to accompanying you every weekend to your parents' or other family gatherings, it is part of the unwritten job description, a partnership, and non-negotiable. The same goes for your circle of friends. If they don't appreciate this, they won't do the same with you. Number 4, the famous 3 words sound hollow and stale. You can still best remember how the first I love you sounded from the mouth of your better half. You never forgot that moment. In the meantime, however, this phrase has become very rare in everyday speech or sounds as inspired as the meal in the cafeteria at lunchtime. If no meaning can be taken from the L word anymore, it is unfortunately to be understood like a barometer that provides information about the quality of the entire relationship. Tendency? Inexorably falling into the bottomless pit. Number 5, you are no longer important. Their buddies, work, the club, even the mountain bike or the fishing rod, they all come long before you on your better half's priority list. While you used to enjoy spending a lot of time together, she or he is now gradually trading you in for smartphones, laptops, or the TV. You don't even have to say it out loud. You can feel it. In this relationship, you simply don't matter anymore. Maybe everyday life has crept in and life has buried you and your love under it. But many couples have to go through this and still hold each other close. With the loss of love in a relationship, it's unfortunately like with all hunches and assumptions that you don't exactly want to believe. In 4 out of 5 cases, the sinking feeling in the stomach is confirmed. If you hear hooves clattering, it is usually a horse and not a zebra. Don't be fobbed off with grumpy comments or flat generalities if you want to bring up the subject. Of course, she or he will want to continue to pretend that everything fits. Who voluntarily gives up their comfortable, all-inclusive life? And yes, unfortunately, without love, you are nothing more to your partner than a servant spirit who makes his or her life an all-around care package. If this servant existence is enough for you, good for you. If not, it's time to draw the consequences. Number 6, intimacy and passion have had their day. A sure first early warning sign that there is a crisis in a partnership is the loss of a shared love life. Unfortunately, sexuality and eroticism are still either relegated to a dirty corner or dismissed as not that important. None of this is true when it comes to an adult relationship. Physical contact not only fulfills the need for tingling eroticism, it is one of the 5 languages of love. The well-known bestseller of the same name by Gary Chapman names tenderness and physical closeness within a couple relationship as one of the 5 possible expressions of it. Every time we touch, the cuddle hormone oxytocin is also released in our bodies. It also carries the nickname bonding hormone, and rightly so. Oxytocin ensures that every cuddle and passionate interlude makes us feel more attached to our partners. Number 7, you make all compromises. A partnership normally consists of 2 adults. From 2 people's 200% of opinions, beliefs, interests, and dislikes, there becomes a 100% relationship from the moment of falling in love. It must be clear to everyone that this equation cannot work without compromises. The unwritten law applies here. Both make their contribution. Everyone has to give in sometime. Otherwise, the fragile construct of a love relationship will not work in the long run. If at some point in your relationship you realize that you are the only one who compromises and puts your needs and desires behind you, you have already reached an imbalance that will cause the boat to sink. A structure where one decides where to go and the other obediently follows is a dictatorship, but certainly not love. Today's conclusion: revival is futile. If you have suspected for a long time that your love is no longer a love, our overview may have strengthened you here. Of course, it speaks well of you if you want to fight for your relationship and save it at all costs. But this is only possible if both sides are interested in it. Bring up the topic objectively and unemotionally. The reaction of your better half will tell you how much he or she really cares about you. If love has left, a partnership is missing its soul. And just like at the end of a life, revival is usually pointless. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.